All right, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't figured out my full-on schedule yet. Been kind of a weird and crazy weekend and week. Try to get caught up some work and figuring some stuff out, and then the influx of classes and trying to structure something, like trying to figure something out, has all just become a little like hectic. And so I'm just trying to get it back on track with everything, and we will hopefully be figuring something out here soon. Anyway, but I've been going to pretty much a good amount of Nogi classes, getting ready for the comp. I'm feeling okay about it. I'm trying to lock in some conditioning, and then I'm just trying to figure out my game plan. Like like you go into whatever sport you're doing. Like with jits, you go in and you have, you're attacking A, B, and C. Then you have like your defending on the ground, A, B, and C, and then your transition and what you're going to attack with, and blah blah blah. So I'm trying to fill out this whole sequence thing and try to figure that out, and that way you can drill those and really get yourself acquainted with it in your rolling and your positionals, and then your techniques. You can kind of practice it and get it down. So that's kind of what I've been shooting for. It's like a freaking front and back paper, so which is it's not that much, but it just seems like a lot because it's a lot that I have to try to make sure I retain and drill. So that's where I'm at. Just getting kind of focused in on what I need to do and how I'm gonna do it. So that's what I've been up to. And then lifting has been okay. I have been lifting. Like we're gonna hit some freaking pull, but my workouts have been short. So I've only been doing like a few. Like I go for like an hour or so, hitting some major things, some volume or some intensity, load, whatever one I choose. That's kind of what I do for that whole workout, and I kind of run through it. It's working. It's just because I'm kind of beat up because I've been doing extra rolling, and it just taxes you. I'm just kind of sore everywhere and tight everywhere, because like when you're doing that much work, because I'm doing the technique, then I'm doing the actual drilling and rolls and learning stuff, so I'm going a little tougher too on everything, and just to get the feel for it and get myself conditioned in that regard. And you just come out, like you wake up the next day just full soreness and tightness and everywhere in the body. So dealing with that too, working on that, and it's getting better. It just, like I said, the change in structure of everything has kind of just got me a little everywhere. But we're getting done, and I'm getting excited. I'm like 99.9% sure I'll be doing the competition next month. So we are, let's see, we're at like, what is this, 2.5 weeks out. So 2.5 weeks, I'll hopefully be not getting choked out. That's the goal. And the other piece of it all is I'm trying to get the freaking diet on track, in regards of like how I'm structuring it for the weight loss, but also full recovery, because recovery becomes dog shit if you're in a deficit. So I'm bringing it down to maintenance and a little I'm doing a little above maintenance, and I'm hoping that all this extra work I'm doing will help bring it kind of down. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, which would, in regards, turn me into a deficit. So, who knows? Anyway, that's where I'm at with all of that. And I can't stress this enough. If you don't track your food, please start tracking your food. Even if you track it for a little bit with certain meals, and then you get into that habit of making those meals and what the weights you use and stuff, and then you stop kind of tracking, that's not that bad. But like, get a base tracking system down. So like, if you have to calculate everything, make the meals, and then you just do that same thing week after week, that is just outside of like just prepping in general, because prepping food in general just makes things way easier, simpler, easier to hit your goals. But actually knowing what you're eating and stuff like that is like, by all means, the best way to reach a goal and know what's happening too. So like, say I wasn't recovering like at all from all this stuff, and I could look at, well, I dropped my carbs by 50 grams a few days ago. Maybe that's why I need more carbs in me and stuff like that. So, and I do want to point that out. So I was kind of thinking about this earlier when I was eating. If you're doing a pretty heavy sport or lifting regimen, please don't be afraid of carbs, and also don't be afraid of fats. You can bump all that stuff up, but like, carbs, definitely carbs. A lot of times, if you were trying to, especially if you're trying to bulk, even though that makes sense, if you're trying to put on size, or if you have some issues with recovering and you feel like your protein's pretty dialed in, you're at least pretty close to the 1 gram per pound of body weight, and you feel like you're not recovering well, and as long as you're sleeping well and all that stuff, it could be carbs. You might just want to bump those carbs up just a wee bit to see if that helps bring back some energy and help speed up recovery and stuff. And I will say, a lot of times, adding in a good like fruit as a carb in some aspects, if you're not eating very many fruits, that can help out with your recovery quite a bit. Vitamin C has a huge benefit to your immune system. We all know that. But in turn, the immune system is a reactor to you breaking down everything and building new muscle. So it's good to have vitamin C. It's huge for helping with the inflammatory system and repairing from that. Not saying that being inflammatory is wrong. It's just like, it helps the whole system run smoothly, if you know what I mean. So if you're not eating fruit, eat some fruit. If you're not eating vegetables, you should eat some vegetables. I don't care if you're bulking or not. I think fruits and vegetables should always be in your diet. I don't care what your famous bodybuilder has said. So that's going to be my 2 cents. Today, you're going to have some of my pull day, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to some jiu-jitsu tonight. There is a no-gi class, so I've been trying to balance everything out and trying to get to every no-gi class I can during the week. Sacrificing my freaking Tuesdays and Thursdays because for the technique base, even though I love Tuesdays and Thursdays, the majority of people are there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's just no no-gi class. So I've been trying to not go on those days and go all the other days. And I'm looking at Fridays being 2 days. So I'll go in the morning and I'll go at night. And that's kind of how I'm going to hit it just for the next couple weeks. And then I'll probably go back to my normal schedule after that, depending, so. All right, that's today. Okay, so just finished up eating some food. To wrap up the video, I just kind of want to touch on how make sure that your training and stuff has a purpose. And I'm not saying like you should have these like crazy, you don't have to know exactly what you want to do or have these wild, crazy goals, anything like that. But kind of have a reason why you're doing what you're doing, like the reason you're doing the split you're doing, or the way you're going about your lifts. If you lift your main lifts first, and or if you do your warm up a certain way, there should be things that you do that are getting you to your end goal of whatever that is. So, like my lifting is going shorter in the last like few sessions. It's not always going to be like that, but I am putting as much work as I can with minimal rest and all that stuff into shorter bouts, so I don't have to spend so long in the gym and I have more time to rest and recover, get my food in, get some work done. And because I'm putting so much energy into the jiu-jitsu training right now, it's kind of beating me down. So I need to get my lifts in to keep, maintaining the strength and stuff like that. But I need to also remember why I'm doing it. I have a reason why I'm here. So I have a reason why I'm lifting is to maintain my strength right now. I'm not trying to grow or anything like that, at least for the next 2 or 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'm not trying to grow. I'm not trying to get anything crazy out of this. I'm trying to maintain my strength and like my grip and my muscle endurance and stuff like that. I'm trying to maintain that to where it's at. And if it enhances a little bit, that's great. But I'm mainly just trying to keep myself nice and strong at where I'm at going into it, because my focus is on jiu-jitsu. It's not on the strength training right now. It's not on lifting. It's not on bulking. That's why my title of my videos right now are not the bulking chronicles, because I'm not focused on getting bigger or stronger right now. I'm focused on maintaining what I have so I can come in at my best in comp, which the comp is not a lifting or a bodybuilding comp. It's a grappling comp. So most of my training right now, my focus is in grappling, not on lifting. So I just want to clear that up. I know lifting videos are getting shorter, or I'm not doing as much in them. It's only for a couple weeks, and I am going to incorporate the jiu-jitsu side of things. I am just getting back into the swing of all the recording and keeping up with all this stuff, because as I touched before, it's weekend and week have been kind of weird this time. So yeah, videos should start coming smooth out again. I mean, I'm not going to promise anything anymore. I'm going to try to get as many as I can weekly out, and I want to, but who knows? So yeah,